Hey everyone, it's Juno with Detour Shirts. In this video, I wanted to do kind of a sequel to my most popular video on YouTube right now, and that's this one right here. This is the one where I compare Ideogram, where I first show you Ideogram and how I can do text. Now this video was created in September of 2023 and a lot has changed. MidJourney has a new version, version 6. ChatGPT can also do text. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to take the text designs that I made an ideogram, and I'm going to see how Ideogram does today, how ChatGPT does today, and how MidJourney does today with version 6. Can they all do text now? And how are they compared to each other? So you don't want to miss this. You're going to want to see the state of AI currently, at least with MidJourney, Ideogram, and ChatGPT. So first we're going to do this I Love Fall. Remember I did this back in September. So I'm going to do this I Love Fall design, take the same prompts here and go into Ideogram first, then MidJourney, then ChatGPT. All right, so here we are on Ideogram. I typed out this already, the simple vector art that says I love fall. What I forgot to mention and what I didn't realize is that Ideogram also has had an upgrade. So if I click here, you can see version 1 was what I did in September, but now in 2024, we're in February, this is version 2. So we're going to see an upgrade on Ideogram as well as ChatGPT with DALL-E 3 and MidJourney with version 6. So very exciting to see. I'm going to all do them at one by one, so they're all square, and I'm just going to make it public. That's fine. So I originally typed in or chose poster and typography, but because ChatGPT and MidJourney don't have these settings, I'm just going to type it in here and not click this. So I'm going to hit generate, and it's going to give us 4 versions. MidJourney is also going to give us four versions, and check it out. Okay, so what we're looking at is 2 things: design and can it spell it correctly. And as far as design, I think it's okay. But let's look at the fonts. Like I love this L's not the best here. I don't know why I have this long tail, but this F I don't like. This F I really don't like here. But you can read it. Love the fall. I love the fall. And the thing was saying, I love the fall. So this one doesn't have the I in it. This one doesn't have the I in it. This F is kind of a weird F. So I would give it a C. I don't know. It's not exactly the best. I wouldn't actually use this for t-shirt design, but I mean, it is readable. It's readable. So let's go back. I'm going to copy this here, and we're just going to go into Discord. You can see I have it right here, and you can see I have version 6, but the way you can tell if you have version 6 for MidJourney Discord is to go into settings, right there, and hit it again. Sometimes you got to do that, and you're going to see right here MidJourney 6, right? So we're going to just do imagine like that, and then paste in that prompt, and this is going to take a little while to so I might have to cut back to it and show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, we're back. You can see it's done. I can click on this and look at it a little better. I love the fall. So MidJourney can actually do text now. So I love the, well, in some cases it can. This one it didn't do it right. I love the fall. I love that one. That's good. And this one says love the fall, just like Ideogram. It forgot the I here, but very cool design. I actually like this design better than this design. Like this is a little more simple. I like the colors here, but I think this would really be cool. This one probably my favorite for the phrase I love the fall. This one, love the fall, is pretty cool too, but it's missing the I. And I could, you know, put an I in here, just really simple, but I'm gonna give it to this one. I think this one is a B. I don't think this is a slam dunk for design, but it's really good. I love the fall. I can read it. I can read this a lot better than I can read some of these, right? That F is kind of a weird thing. So let's go into ChatGPT now. ChatGPT is running DALL-E 3. I'm gonna just pass in the same thing. I usually use StickerWiz here for stickers, but I'm just gonna use the straight up ChatGPT 4 and type in this prompt and see what happens. So this is going to think about it. I'm going to come back as well. It may take a few seconds, but we'll come back and see what it comes up with. Okay, we're back, and I think this is a fail for ChatGPT. I love the the heart shape and you know, how it's all laid out. But as far as readability, I don't see a love here. This is not an E, and the is really here. I think what's happening is the cursive font, it's messing up, so we might have to not put cursive font in the next one. But as far as layout, I think it's really cool. So I'm gonna have to give this one a D just because I can't read it. It's beautiful artwork though. If the text was better, I think it would have made a really good shirt if I could have read it, but I can't. So in this case, I'm gonna give this one to MidJourney. All right, so let's do another one. So the next one here is this cottage adventure design that I showed on my video last time. We're gonna do the same thing, copy the same prompts into all three and see what happens. All right, so back here on Ideogram, I typed it out here. This one is the cabin camp, and this one doesn't have the quotation marks. I just made it caps, cottage adventure. That's the words we're looking for. And we know how everything works here, so I don't have to explain it. We're just gonna hit generate and see what happens. I'll come back here in a few seconds to show you the results. Actually, it was super fast, so I didn't have to wait too long, but we can look, here's 4 of them. This one didn't say cottage, although the design is really cool. I like this design layout. Cottage adventure, yes, got it right. Cottage adventure, got it right. I love this design right here. I mean, even if this wasn't spelled right, I would take this out and I think that would do good. Cottage adventure, man, I'm gonna give this one a B. I think we can use this really well. That background is really cool. I love some of this cottage stuff. This one isn't my favorite. This design is really cool. Anyway, B. Let's see what it does in MidJourney. We're gonna get out of this here and type in imagine and hit the prompt. Boom. Now I know MidJourney is going to take a little bit longer than we saw on the other one on Ideogram, so I'll come back on this one. This will probably take a few more seconds than it did, maybe even a minute. You might have noticed that I pasted the wrong thing here and I got another I love the fall, which is really cool. I love this one. I think this one's actually the best out of all of them. But here's the cabin one. I redid it and let's take a look. Oh no, it did not do cabin adventure at all. And maybe because I didn't put the quotes on it, I'm gonna try it again and put quotes and see if that's different. If it comes out different. But the design is really cool. The cabin adventure, not as cool as the other one. I think the other one would make a better t-shirt. Actually, this one would make a really cool t-shirt, but I really like the other version. So I'm gonna give this one, man, a C for design, but a D for that. So I'm gonna give it a D because it didn't do the text. Let me run it one more time with quotes around it to see if that's what helps. Now that I put it in quotes, I think we're gonna have to do that for the rest of them, is do that cottage adventure. Cottage adventure, this one's missing a T and I don't know what that word is here, but 2 out of 3, a little bit better. I'm gonna give this one a C now instead of a D. And look at the artwork, is amazing. So maybe even a C+ for the artwork right here, but 2 out of 4, half of the time it did it pretty good. And it did it in that distressed look too. So I really like this old-timey one here. It's too bad that that's bad, but you could come in here and erase that and do it. Really, really cool style here. So let's go ChatGPT. Let's do the same prompt. Make sure I got the right one, cabin camp, and let's see what happens. I'm gonna hit it. I'll come back and see what it looks like. So ChatGPT is done, and I think I might have to do the same thing with the quotes. Check this out. Cottage, missing a T here. This one's also missing a T, but it's spelled adventure, right? Which is cool. So I'm gonna have to give this one a D just because we didn't read it, but the design is really cool. If I could switch out these letters, you know, cottage, kind of erase that in here and maybe erase that, you know, and if cottage adventure is actually a trending thing, I think the design really cool. This is why I love Sticker Wiz and use ChatGPT with DALL-E 3, because the the vector design is just cool when they kind of understand the layout and stuff like that. So the next one we're gonna do is this back to school one that we did. And this time I'm just gonna do them all and come back so they can show it back to back to back without cutting through. I should have done that with the first two, but I'm gonna do all of them first and then I'll just show you speed through the results. So we're back here on Ideogram. I already put the prompt in and I generated it for all of them so we don't have to do this back and forth anymore. But let's take a look at Ideogram first. It spelled everything, well, not this one, back to school, this H is wrong. Back to school with one more, oh, you gotta watch out for these, they kind of sneak in here. Back to school, yes, that is correct. Back to school, that is correct. This L is using a lowercase l, which I would actually put the uppercase L because they look like all uppercase letters. Man, I think I would give this a B. The 2 out of 4. Got really low standards, but you can use one of these too. And here we go. Back to school, I think it looks really well. I think I would use that one out of this one for a t-shirt design. And I could just add a line right there to make it back to school. But I like the nice font that it chose, kind of more of a grade school font, you know. And the graphics, nice color, everything. This is my choice here. Discord, let's take a look. First of all, back to school. I'm not sure if that's a word right there. Back to school, no, that's not right. Back school 2, no, back to school. So again, this one is also 2 out of 4. I'm gonna have to give it a C though. I don't like the layout as much. As far as a t-shirt design, now I didn't tell it to do a t-shirt design, but to put it on a t-shirt design, I think this one is probably the best one because it's readable and it's spelled correctly. But I think the other one on Ideogram would make a better t-shirt design than this one. That's my opinion. You may like this one better, and we could, you know, run it again, upscale it, or do a different version of this one, and I think it might do a better job. But as far as what we got right here, I think the other one was easier to read as far as the font and stuff. But this has a really cool style. And this one is ChatGPT. You can see if I close it here, I ran the same thing. It just, well, it spelled it right, back to school. So I got to give it a B for that. And it has a lot of designs. And it's almost too much, too overwhelming. Like, do we need that many books for back to school and all these things, all these pencils? It does make a really cool design, but because of how cluttered it is and too much, I think it's not my favorite. But I have to give it a B because it spelled it right and the graphics are pretty cool. But as far as the best one for a t-shirt design, I'm gonna go with this one just because back to school is usually geared more towards grade school, and I think this one is geared more towards grade school with the font and the colors. I forgot to pick which one I wanted for the other one. Now I don't have it here. Well, I can come back here if you go back to your profile and look at the Cottage Adventure ones. I really like this. Let's see, Cottage Adventure. I did like that. And then what was Cottage Adventure here? Oh, that one, but it was spelled wrong, so I can't give it to them. Man, that's cool. And Ideogram, I'm gonna have to give it to Ideogram again. This is just really cool. So Ideogram runs Cottage Adventure, and then what do we say? And back to school. Wow, Ideogram is doing great, but the other two are spelling them correctly, so it is working. So the next one we're gonna do is this one right here. I wear pink, and we're gonna see how it does. All right, so back here on Ideogram. Now I gave this one's a really tough one. If you look at it, it says t-shirt design, and it has all these other ones. Colors, font, coffee, typography, tattoo, type, photo, 3D render. I just kind of went crazy on Ideogram to see what it would do. And it came up pretty good. So in Ideogram, you can see in October, we wear pink. We missed we here. In October, we wear pink. Perfect as far as the text goes. In October, nope. In October, there's no we. So the only one it did is this one right here. So gotta give that a C, not a B. As far as design goes, I mean, it's really cool. I wish this one right here was spelled correctly because I love the design of this one and the colors on this one. I don't necessarily like the t-shirt thing, so I would take out t-shirt design, even though it didn't actually do some of the things that you're going to see in the other ones. I think I wouldn't put t-shirt design in here. I would just put design. And so with that, I'm going to go to Discord and MidJourney, and you'll see what happens. When you put in t-shirt and some of the other ones, you'll get this. You'll actually get a t-shirt because it wants to put a t-shirt in there. And that's not exactly what we want for print on demand. We actually want just the design, not the t-shirt on it. So I did it without t-shirt. I just did design. And this is what it came up with. And it's all that funky text in there, the tattoo and all of that kind of threw it off in here. So you can see October it just didn't do it right. And I don't know what this is. Nope. In October we were kind of, it had some other weird stuff here. And I'm just gonna give this a D. It didn't do it well, and that's probably because of the prompt that I put in here. It just had all kinds of funky things. So just a warning on creating really good prompts, because the prompts will lead you to a bad design. If you have bad prompts, you're gonna get bad design, and that's what's happening here. So let's check out ChatGPT. Same thing happened when I put in t-shirt design. You'll notice here, really cool idea, but we don't need the t-shirt, and it didn't spell it right. In October, kind of, this weird C here. There's no we, it just has where, pink, and whatever coffee colors. Oh, I did the coffee color type. See, that threw it off too. And this one here, in oh, we're missing the O here, we wear pink. Really cool tattoo style, which I said, but it didn't spell it right, so I'm gonna have to give this one a C. So really the only one that won here because of writing it correctly is this one. Ideogram wins this one again just by a hair, mainly because it got this one out of the 4 correct. Okay, so for the last one, I'm saving a super simple prompt right here, and this is for trick or treat. Remember, I did this in the fall, so we're gonna type that in and see what it looks like across all of them, just with this very simple prompt. All right, so back on Ideogram, last one, 5th one, and I just did, you can see, super simple, and I did the quotes this time just to give MidJourney and ChatGPT heads up, or just some help. I think it doesn't need it here on Ideogram, but I did it for the other ones, and to be fair. So you can see Ideogram spelled every one of these, I think, correctly, like trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. So gotta give it a B. As far as the design goes as well, I think this one could be put on a t-shirt. This one could be, I would change the ghosts that don't look like ghosts, but it's close. I wouldn't put this one, it's hard to read. And this one could be on a t-shirt as well. So there's a couple of them on here, and it did it really fast. I didn't show you how fast it is, but Ideogram is one of the fastest generating, at least for text and typography. So, and you got 4 designs here, and with pretty good results. I think it's gonna be even better than some of these. So let's go to Discord. Here, same thing. It did not spell it correctly. This is version 6, and I know version 6 is in beta, so sorry. I know they're still working on it. It's not really a fair test because they're not really done, but this is the best that we're gonna get. Version 5 cannot do text at all. At least this one got some of them right. Trick or treat, you can read this one. Trick or R, treat. This one didn't do well, so I'm gonna give this one a C, just because this, I could not use this for a t-shirt. I don't think. I mean, it's a cool, but it's going to get hard to remove the background and all of that stuff. So it's going to get very tricky to do this. So I'm going to give this one a C, and this one right here, this one is really cool. Trick or treat. Now I really wish the R was more clear, because this kind of looks like a S instead of a R. So in my mind, it didn't spell it correctly. Not trick or treat I got here, but the design element of this is really, really cool. So I was hoping for it to be better. And you can run it again, right? This is just a first chance. And the tough part about this one is in ChatGPT, I'm only doing 1 at a time. So I'm only getting 1 chance, whereas some of these got 4 chances to do it. And so it's not really fair that way. So if I hit it 4 times, that would be a better one. But if I'm just comparing this right here, I think I'm gonna have to give this one a C. So to win again, Ideogram seems like it's winning a lot of these on here. Still, I think better for t-shirt design. Now, it doesn't mean it's the better AI. Like, I think MidJourney can do some amazing things, just not with text and not compared to this kind of stuff, because Ideogram is kind of just built for this kind of thing, right? You see the background, easy to take away, very clear. ChatGPT does good on design, like this is amazing design, but it's just the words aren't here. So this is why on ChatGPT and DALL-E 3 I use the sticker whiz version, which I'm only getting the graphics and I add the text later. So depending on what you want, you're gonna have to see kind of the pros and cons for each of these. But for this video and for text and for t-shirt, for that thing, I think Ideogram is still, after a few months in 2024, at least in February of 2024, compared to these three, I think Ideogram is still the best one for text if you want it all done for you as a full t-shirt design. So there you go, that's my comparison, all 5 different ones that I did in Ideogram months ago, and still I think Ideogram is doing a superb job. I think AI is going to get better and better. I think MidJourney, when it's out of beta, will probably do text a lot better. ChatGPT and DALL-E 3 is going to get better and better, so we may have to do this again in 6 months and get even better results. But hopefully this is really helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if you agreed with the grades that I gave out, and if you think Ideogram actually won in this case for t-shirt and text and readability, right? If you haven't seen that first Ideogram, my most popular video, I'm going to put it right here. You can see what it did back in the day. I kind of go over a tutorial. I know I went really fast on Ideogram, so if you want a more full tutorial on how it works, at least back then, it still kind of works the same. You can check out that one right there. Thanks again for watching, and as always guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.